37M, 35F, got a DNA test because I don't think he's mine. I'm a black man. My baby mama is white with black hair and brown eyes. The kid is white with blue eyes and blonde hair. I didn't say anything much. I thought maybe her genetics are stronger. But as he got older and older, he didn't get darker. If anything, he got lighter. He didn't have any of my features nor hers. When I got married and had children, I started looking at him more as he looked nothing like my son, not just skin color but face. It got worse as he got older. My other son is now 15 and 6 feet 1. Child in question is at best 5 feet 2 or 5 feet 3. I keep feeling anger seeing said child, and I asked his mother straight up for a DNA test and she said no. I told her either we get one now or I'm taking it to court. I tried to look past his looks and things, but I know that isn't my son. She didn't say anything else, so instead I had them do a siblings DNA test. She threw fit after said son told her, and I told her this could have been avoided if you'd just tell the truth and got the test. I'm being bashed and stuff for wanting a test. The test should be here in 34 weeks. How old is the kid? My boyfriend has a half black half Mexican mom. She has a very dark complexion, brown eyes, and thick, naturally curly hair that she usually keeps short with braids. His dad is a pale white man with brown hair and eyes. He ended up having green eyes and light brown hair. And unless he's tanning all summer, he's about the same shade of white his dad is. Was there any particular reason you waited so many years to do the test with or without your ex's permission? Nothing stopped you early on from doing a paternity test when your ex wasn't around. If anything, assuming that you no longer live with your ex and live with your wife, why did you never do a test after you stopped seeing her? And why a sibling test? Lastly, let's say that the kid is yours. How are you going to reconcile with him the fact that you have treated him different from his brother? Edit fixed a word. I just hope you haven't treated the kid with the resentment you're showing here. He's innocent in all this. Not black. But I'm Arab and dark-skinned with black hair and dark eyes. My husband is white with blonde hair and blue eyes. My son did not take after me whatsoever and is light-skinned, blonde with blue eyes. Facially, he doesn't really look like either of us. We're both average height, but it looks like our son is gonna be tall. Genetics are crazy random, my friend. It doesn't necessarily point to anything suspicious. Nonetheless, I hope you get answers soon. It's pretty evident how the results of the test would impact your views toward the mother. But how would they impact your relationship with the child? Is it good now and do you want to preserve it? Is it bad and the test could potentially affirm that? Aside from proving infidelity and gaining knowledge, what is the end game here? These may be questions you want to heavily ponder as you move forward. This seems like the stupidest test you could have done. Why not do a paternity test? Why the siblings test? Why not just take the test and not mention it? Sorry, but how on earth did you get the idea to do this kind of DNA test? Did your wife came up with that idea? Because you know if this test comes back negative, you need to figure out who, wife or ex, deceived you. But you should stay out of the child's life if you feel only resentment. Genetics can be weird, my man. Wait a minute. So you're not even married to the baby mama? As you mentioned, you're married now and have other kids. And how long have you waited to get him DNA tested? I have a friend who is mixed black father, white mother. He looks like a mixed race kid. Has black features. His little sister, from the same parents, looks like a little white girl. Blonde hair and blue eyes. Just saying. It is possible he's your son. Definitely a hard situation. Is the son in question older than 15? That's a long time to wait for confirmation. All through these years, if you have had this question, you have definitely been treating this child differently, and he absolutely has been able to tell. I agree with another commenter. There will be no peace from the outcome. The relationship between you and the mom and you and the son in question has to be pretty bad already. What's done is done, but why wait so many years? Instead of accumulating your anger or fears for years and being hostile to your child and wife, you could have benefited from the DNA tests used at home. It's your kid too, and you didn't have to ask permission from anyone if he's not your child. You'll have fights over how many people your wife cheated on and how long. It will take years for you to act, and now you will prove your stupidity to everyone with your aimless drifting. Up. You are in a challenging position, made all the more challenging because you waited so long. If you had questioned this 15 or even 10 years ago, you would not have been filled with so much resentment, and the child you raised as your son wouldn't be in the line of fire between you and your ex. Depending on your circumstances, getting a negative paternity test also might not dissolve your paternal responsibilities. If your name is on the birth certificate, you may need to petition the courts before you can vanish from this child's life. Right now, you are angry at your ex and you resent her child because you feel like she chained you to him for her own benefit. You aren't angry with him, so don't take this out on him. Try to transition from a fatherly role to an uncle role or a mentor role. He will be 18 in 3 years, and your emotional support will have a meaningful impact on his life. Explaining things like, "Your mother lied to me and put me into a position that was always going to hurt you, and she was selfish, and rather than being honest, she lied to get what she wanted. That isn't your fault. It isn't my fault. I still want to be here for you, but not as your father. A mentor. A friend. Absolutely. But I can't keep co-parenting you with someone who has hurt me so deeply." Kids are smart and dumb at the same time. Give him the option to move forward, but put in place healthy boundaries. He might lash out. Just don't react. As long as he isn't hurting himself or others, just let him burn out his hurt and anger. Remember, you aren't the one who is hurting him. Your ex is the one who hurt him. Good luck. Have you ever seen Drake's kid? He is exactly as you described. Also, how terrible of you to say F them kids because it turned out to not be yours after so many years. IDK if I'm buying this story. Sounds a lot like the 5,000 other troll stories about the eyes. I guess I'm the only one who assumes you're a troll. I mean, the height thing isn't that big of a deal. My older sister is 5 feet 1 younger brothers and younger sister 6 feet 1, 6 feet 2 and 6 feet 3. Our dad is 6 feet 2 fair, green eyes and has light brown hair. I'm 5 feet 4 dark brown eyes and dark almost black hair. It's always going to be hard for the men in our lives because only the mother, in a natural conception, can be guaranteed. I hope you get the answer you want. That kid is 15. The time for not being a father to him has long since passed. Regardless of genetics, at this point it's as if you'd adopted him at 0 years old. Do you not love him? Does he love you? Do you not spend one-on-one time with him? Remind me. 3 weeks.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Heracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.